Okay, today lecture 2 on signals and systems for GATE aspirants 2021. Okay, in last lecture we discussed about signals and systems basics. In that we covered what are the basic operations of signals. So like signal addition, signals multiplication, signal subtraction, and also signals magnitude scaling. Okay, along with that we also discussed about time operations like time shifting, time scaling, and time reversal. So we discussed in detail about time shifting. So the time shifting includes two operations, time delay and time advance. So suppose I am giving signal x of t. X of t minus t naught is the time delayed or time shifted version of the given signal x of t. Okay, so whether it is delay or advance, it depends on t naught. When t naught is greater than 0, this is said to be time delay. Okay, if t naught is less than 0, this is time advance. So this is for continuous time signals. Already we know time delay is also known as right shift, time advance is also known as left shift. Okay, this is for continuous time signals. When it comes to discrete time signals, x of n is given signal, x of n minus n naught. This is called as time shifted version of the given signal. Okay, so here if n naught is greater than 0, this is said to be time delay or right shift. Okay, if n naught is less than 0, that is negative, this is time advance. Okay, time delay is also known as right shift, time advance is also known as left shift. So here one more condition is there, n naught must be integer. Why? Because since this is discrete time signal, it is only defined for integer values of time axis from minus infinity to plus infinity. That's why here n naught must be integer. If n naught is positive, time delay, n naught is negative, time advance. Okay, this is about the first operation, that is time shifting operation. Next we will see time scaling operation. Time scaling. Okay, time scaling operation for continuous time signals. Okay, so this time scaling includes two operations again. So time expansion and time compression. Okay, we'll see with the example. So this includes time compression and time expansion. Okay, so first we will see time compression. So let us consider a simple example. So this is given signal x of t, continuous time signal. So it is from 0 to 2. The magnitude is 1. Okay. So first we write this x of t in terms of function form or mathematical form. Already we discussed these two representations. This is graphical representation. This is function or mathematical representation. So now first define how to represent this signal in terms of function. Okay, x of t is equal to 1, 0 less than or equal to t less than or equal to 0, otherwise. Now I need x of 2t. Okay, so now what is x of 2t means? In place of t we have to put 2t. 0 less than or equal to 2t less than or equal to 0, otherwise. Bring this to other side. So that is 1 for 0 less than or equal to t less than or equal to 1, 0, otherwise. This is x of 2t. So if we plot this x of 2t, so x of 2t is defined from 0 to 1, the magnitude is 1. Which means x of 2t is nothing but time compressed version of the x of t. Okay, so now next we will see what about x of t by 2. Okay, here we have to put in place of t by 2 in x of t. So 0 less than or equal to t by 2 less than or equal to 2. So 0, otherwise. So move this 2 to other side. 1 for 0 less than or equal to 3 less than or equal to 4, 0 otherwise. So this is x of t by 2. So if you plot this, what is the duration here? 0 to 4, the magnitude is 1, this is x of t by 2, this is time axis 2, here also time axis 2. Okay, so if you observe this one, given signal x of t, here the duration is 2 units. What about x of 2t? Only 1 unit. That's why this is said to be time compressed version of the given signal x of t. So when you see x of t by 2, here the duration is 4 units, the given duration is only 2 units. Here the duration is expanded. That's why this is said to be time expanded version of the given signal x of t. So that we are having two operations, time compression and time expansion. So x of 2t is time compressed version of x of t. X of t by 2 is time expanded version of the x of t. Okay. So this is about simple example for time compression for continuous time signals, time scaling, time compression and time expansion. So next we will see these two operations for discrete time signals. So before going to discrete time signals, we will make one statement, general statement that x of t is given signal, x of a is the time scaled version of the given signal x of t. Okay, when a is between 0 to 1, this is said to be time expansion. When scaling factor a is between 0 to 1, this operation is said to be time expansion. When a is greater than 1, scaling factor, this is said to be time compression. Okay, x of t is given signal, x of a t is scaled version of the given signal. When scaling factor is between 0 to 1, time expansion. When scaling factor is greater than 1, time compression. Now next we will see for discrete time signals, time scaling. So this is about time scaling for continuous time signals. Next we will see for discrete time signals. So here x of n is given signal. We will be having x of an and x of n by n. So here in discrete time, instead of calling time expansion and time compression, we used to call it as decimation and interpolation. Okay, if x of n is given signal, x of an is decimated version of the given signal. Okay, in discrete time, compression is nothing but decimation, expansion is nothing but interpolation. Okay, now we will see in detail about what is decimation and what is interpolation in discrete time. Decimation is nothing but compression, that is time compression in discrete time. Okay, so in continuous time we used to call it as time compression, but in discrete time we used to call it as decimation. Okay, if let x of n be a given signal, x of an is a decimated version of the given signal x of n. Now we define what is decimation. Okay, so decimation is defined as counting eighth sample. Counting eighth sample from the given sample is defined as decimation. Okay, so this is very useful definition for decimation. Counting eighth sample, eighth, that is x of n is given signal, x of a is the decimated version of the given signal. So what is decimation means? Counting eighth sample from the given sample is defined as decimation. Okay, now we will see example, simple example related to decimation. So I am giving example discrete signal like this. At 0, the magnitude is 1. At 1, the magnitude is -1. At 2, the magnitude is 2. At -1, the magnitude is 1. At -2, the magnitude is -1. So this is given signal example. Now for the given signal, now I am asking for x of 2a. Now tell me, by looking at here, what is the value of a? If you compare these two, what is the value of a here? A is equal to 2. Now we have to count second sample from the given sample. Okay? We have to start from origin. Okay? So if you count like this, 0, 1, 2. So moreover, the 0th sample remains same. Why? Because there is no effect of time scaling on 0th sample. So that's why 0th sample remains same. At 0, the null is 1. Now I am looking for what is the value of, what is the magnitude at n is equal to 1. For that, I have to count second sample from the given sample. Start here. 0, 1, 2. What is the second sample here? 2. The sample which is presented 2 in the original signal, now it is presented 1, it is equal to 1. Why? Because our scaling factor is a is equal to 2. We are counting second sample. Similarly, start here. 0, 1, 2. Do we have any sample here? Non-zero sample? No. That's why here it is 0. Again, starting from with 0, 1, 2. Again 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2 likewise. So our remaining all samples are 0 samples. Similarly, towards left. 0, 1, 2. So that is presented -1. Again start here. So that's why I am saying from the given sample. Okay? 0, 1, 2. That is again is equal to -1. Again start here. 0, 1, 2. So that is 0 sample. Again 0, 1, 2. 0 sample. Okay? So this is the decimated version of the given signal x of n. This is x of n, this is x of 2n. Similarly, suppose if I am asking for x of 3n. So here what is the value of a? A is equal to 3. This sample we have to count. We have to count third sample from the given sample. So likewise start here. 0th sample remains same. At n is equal to 0, the value is 1. So this is x of 2n. Okay, n is equal to 0, the value is 1. Now we have to count third sample. 0 starting from origin. 0, 1, 2, 3. What is the value here? 0. That's why n is equal to 1, the value is 0. So again start here. 0, 1, 2, 3. 0. Similarly towards left. 0, 1, 2, 3. Third sample here. 0. Similarly start from here. 0, 1, 2, 3. Again 0 sample. Okay. So this is x of 3n. Time axis here. So this is the example for decimation. So we are counting 8 sample from the given sample. First of all, we have to identify a. If a is equal to 2, we have to count second sample from the given sample starting from origin. If a is equal to 3, we have to count third sample from the given sample starting from origin. Why we are starting from origin? Because the 0th sample remains same. Why? Because it doesn't have any effect. The scaling, time scaling doesn't affect the 0th sample. That's why we are choosing 0th sample as the reference. Okay. Next we will see example related to time. That is time expansion, nothing but interpolation. Interpolation. So this is called as time expansion in discrete time. So in continuous time we used to call it as time expansion, but in discrete time we are calling it as interpolation. So let us consider example x of n is the given signal x of n by a. So here a must be integer. Please remember that. Okay, x of an. This a must be integer. Why? This must be integer. So since we are dealing with the discrete time signal, here you must delay. Okay. So x of n is given signal. X of n by a is the interpolated version of the given signal. Now we define what is interpolation. So interpolation is defined as adding a minus 1 zeros in between any two samples. Is defined as interpolation. Here we have to observe x of n is given signal, x of n by a is interpolated version of the given signal. Now what is interpolation? Adding a minus 1 zeros in between any two samples is defined as interpolation. Now we will see example related to interpolation. Example. So we consider same example. X of n. So at n is equal to 0, 1, n is equal to 1, minus 1, n is equal to 2, 2, n is equal to minus 1, 1, n is equal to minus 2, minus 1. So this is x of n. Now I am asking for what is x of n by 2. Okay, so this is given x of n, that is discrete time signal. Now I am asking for x of n by 2. Now if we combine with this x of n by a, what is the value of a here? A is equal to 2. Now by looking at definition, tell me how many zeros we have there? A minus 1. Since a is equal to 2, a minus 1 is equal to 1. Means we have to add 1 zero in between any two samples. Okay, now we will see how to add that 1 zero in between any two samples. Okay, so n is equal to 0, 0 is sample remains same, already I told you. 0 is sample doesn't have any effect due to scale, especially time scale. Okay, n is equal to 0, and then that is 1. Next, we have to add 1 0. Okay, why? Because a is equal to 2, a minus 1 is equal to 1. So after this, add 1 0. Now the sample which is at n is equal to 1, this will move to n is equal to 2. Why? Because we are adding 0. Now tell me n is equal to 2, what is the value? Minus 1. Now after this again we have to add 1 more 0. Okay, so n is equal to 3, 0. So the sample which is present at n is equal to 2, now it is present at n is equal to 4. At n is equal to 4, the value is equal to 2. Similarly towards left. So after 0, towards left we have to add 1 0. At n is equal to minus 1, 0. The sample which is present at n is equal to minus 1, now it is at n is equal to minus 2, that is equal to 1. Now again after this we have to add 1 more 0. At n is equal to minus 3. The sample which is present at n is equal to minus 2, now it is present at n is equal to minus 2. Okay, so this is how we have to add zeros in between any two samples, a minus 1 zeros. Since a is equal to 2, a minus 1 is equal to 1, we are adding only 1 zero in between any two samples. So 0 sample remains same. After this 1 0, the sample at n is equal to 1 moves to n is equal to 2. Now after this again we have to add 1 more 0. The sample at n is equal to 2, now it is at n is equal to 4. Similarly towards left. So n is equal to minus 1, add 0. Sample at n is equal to minus 1 moves to n is equal to minus 2. Again after this add 1 more 0. Now sample at n is equal to minus 2, now it is present at n is equal to minus 1. The value is minus 1. Okay, so this is x of n by 2. So this is about interpolation, that is time expansion in discrete. Okay, so we will continue in part 2.